Howdy. I was trying to make a video about this since many hours, and finally I made it. This is translated by Google, so don't blame me for translation. You can blame me for my bad English, but power went out in Sweden. Stockholm's metro, public radio, and nuclear reactors stopped. A massive power outage affected Stockholm and beyond. It is nuclear, as Homer Simpson used to say. Sweden experienced a large power outage on Wednesday morning. The outage hit at least the capital, Stockholm, after 7:30 local time. The cause of the power outage was shrouded in darkness for more than 2 hours until the state energy company gave initial information about the suspected cause. It is a maintenance job that has gone wrong and caused a short outage. Svenska kraftnät is told to Aftonbladet. Maintenance work was done in Hagby, north of Stockholm. Further investigation of the matter continues. Svenska kraftnät commented early on Wednesday morning that the disturbances caused by the power cut have been relatively large. Traffic messed up. Metro traffic in the capital was stopped due to the outage, according to SL, which is responsible for local traffic. The metro's green line was started after a few minutes, but the red and blue lines were stopped for longer. Traffic continued on them after 8:30 local time with irregular schedules. There were also disruptions in the traffic in the Stockholm region as, for example, a large part of the traffic lights went out, Aftonbladet reports. The television and radio broadcasts of the public broadcasting company SVT were also interrupted for several minutes. SVT's head office and studios are located in Stockholm's Östermalm district, next to the Finnish embassy. Nuclear reactors stopped. The power outage also affected places other than Stockholm, as reactors 1 and 2 of the Forsmark nuclear power plant in the municipality of Östhammar, located north of the city, had to be stopped. Yeah, I just really wonder. Maintenance work? They had to stop a nuclear power plant? But anyway, on Wednesday afternoon, the reactors were still at a standstill, and there was no estimate of when the restart would take place. However, the situation was described as stable. Something has happened in the backbone network. We lost power for a while. Our backup power system has worked as it should, but because we lost the supply, we cannot use the reactors and generate electricity. The nuclear power plant told SVT in the morning. The power plant's reactor 3 worked all the time despite the power outage. Fingrid, Sweden's power outage was exceptional. That's 11:02. When is this made? Adapted today. Now let's check out this other one still, but I still have something to say about this whole thing. Let's check out just the mainstream news first. Fingrid. Sweden's power outage was exceptional. The frequency was wildly low, but not catastrophic, says Fingrid's Jani Pelvo. Fingrid does not yet know whether a similar power outage could occur in Finland. Good luck, Kari. Onni. What a translation. Anyway, there was a big power outage in Sweden on Wednesday morning. 2 nuclear power plants went offline at the same time. Among other things, the Stockholm subway stopped and the Swedish broadcasting. This we had already. Due to the disturbance, replacement production from the Nordic regulated electricity market was activated and the situation was stabilized, says Fingrid, the Finnish grid company. Can disturbances of this magnitude be dangerous? Such large production losses in the electricity systems system always put the electricity system to a test. Finger's senior expert Jani Pelvo says. Incredibly low. The frequency interference was exceptional. We prepare for errors, but such a big one is almost not included in the calculations. Almost not included. What does that mean? Almost not, or is it? But apparently the electrical system can handle it, says Pelvo. The frequency was slightly low, but not catastrophic, says Pelvo. You have to go much lower than that frequency reading in order for the electrical system to black out, but I can't judge how close we have been here. What about Finland? Fear does not know more precisely about the causes of the disorder. Fear? Translate. Pelvo. So it's wrongly translated. Pelvo is the senior expert. And if you write pelko, this would mean fear. But anyway, Sweden's state energy company told Aftonbladet in the morning that the cause of the disturbance is maintenance work that went wrong, which caused a short outage. The data will be analyzed in the coming days, after which more will be known about what happened, Pelvo says. Could this happen in Finland? In the happiest country in the world? We should know first the root cause and then find out if it can happen in Finland, says Pelvo. Telluric currents, induced currents. We might start here at spaceweather.com in order to give probably another perspective on this power outtake in Sweden. We are on 23rd April, 2 days ago or something. Severe geomagnetic storm in progress, arriving earlier than expected. A CME hit Earth's magnetic field today, April 23rd. The impact sparked a severe G4-class geomagnetic storm with auroras in Europe sighted as far south as France. The storm is still going on and could produce auroras over the USA after nightfall. My pulse is still racing, says Heike Ulbricht, who watched the aurora from Saxony, Germany. There were bright green spots dancing across the sky all the way up to the zenith. This is what he saw. So probably, or I really hope, that it didn't went unnoticed by you that we had this event. And in a way, it's still ongoing. There has been, in 2003, geomagnetic storm. Geomagnetically induced currents and their relation to problems in the Swedish high-voltage power transmission system. Antti Pulkkinen, Sture Lindan, Ari Viljanen. Yeah. I still wait for an answer of him. On 30th October 2003, an ongoing geomagnetic superstorm knocked down a part of the high-voltage power transmission system in southern Sweden. The blackout lasted for an hour and left about 50,000 customers without electricity. The incident was probably the most severe geomagnetically induced current GIC failure observed since the well-known March 1989 Quebec blackout. The three-phase storm, which was somewhat similar to what we had. We had the first CME after the impact, the density went really low, and after that we got, I think, a coronal hole stream, and now there's another CME coming, and there's so much stuff going on at the moment. And this is 20 years ago. So in 20 years, Earth's magnetosphere has been getting weaker all the time on an accelerating pace. This is open access, free access. So everyone can read it. I really suggest you to read that. So, we were reading about those nuclear power plants, which is the Forsmark nuclear power plant in Forsmark, Sweden, that provides 14% of Sweden's total electricity output and also the site of the Swedish final repository for radioactive operational waste. It's here. Reactors, 1980, 1980 and 1985. Waste disposal, Swedish nuclear reactors using the KBS-3 process. Let's check it out quick. This is the same where they use those copper buckets. Yes, the capsule. It's copper. Oh man. Yeah, copper really likes electricity. July 2006 incident. One reactor was shut down after an electrical fault, according to the Swedish Nuclear Power Inspection Authority. The incident was rated 2 on the International Nuclear Event Scale. Initially, it was rated 1 since 2 generators remained online. But once it was discovered that all 4 generators could have failed due to the same fault, the event was upgraded to 2. Yeah, they got an upgrade. But anyway, the first proximal cause of the accident was maintenance work in the adjacent high-voltage yard by the Swedish grid operator Svenska Kraftnät. Again, the same people. And yes, I have been making videos about this. 4 months ago, quakes, nuclear power plants, nuclear waste storage facility, and the thing about copper. Yeah. Swedish nuclear facility rumbling. Electrical grid of Sweden. It's the exact facility where we had some quakes some time ago. So that's a little part of Sweden. Uppsala, Sweden. One user report from a 3.0 magnitude earthquake. One report. Yeah, that's really odd to watch my own videos in a way. But anyway, Forsmark. That's the power plant. And the nuclear waste facility. At the same place. And there's another thing maybe you should know about. And basically that's the only place where you can find it in the whole internet, I think. Plate tectonic issues, the influence of electricity in rock forming process, and the coherent connection between science, mythology, and history of Finland. My very first paper I've ever wrote. We have a dragon and the sea pinch stone. And you have to go down here, and you will stumble across this one particular map. Yeah, there was someone asking about these stones. They are also in this paper. About the locality of those. Let's go just still a bit down. We have the plasma rocks featured here. There are many interesting things. This one. That's a surface conductivity anomaly map of Scandinavia. And how else could it be? Outokumpu copper mine, which was once the third biggest copper mine in Europe. There's a whole lot of copper. And the plasma rocks which are here, molten metal. Andrew liked them. They are here. And there's also an old copper mine. And we have this C-pin shape. I have been talking about this for quite some extent, and one person who has been there making this whole map was Ari Viljanen. He knows a lot about this. I took contact and they took the whole page down. You cannot watch it anymore anywhere. But anyway, the Forsmark is somewhere here, I think. Or maybe here. Yeah, maybe on the lower part. Yeah, it's a bit hard to say. So it looks different. Maybe here, I don't know. But anyway, it is between this negative and positive. And there's another negative part here. And I think it's interesting. We had this geomagnetic storm, G4, and there's like auroras, pink auroras all over the place. Once again, the really rare pink auroras all over the place. Again, like in a very short time. A rare event. And a huge power outtake in Sweden. They don't know what it is. Maybe maintenance. Maybe they try to tell us it's maintenance. Maybe it could also be space weather related. But this is just what I think. I will put links below to the stuff I showed, and you can check it out by yourself and make up your own mind. Don't believe me. I just try to bring forward information, and it's what I think about, and you take the information in, and maybe what I said about it, and you think about it. You know, don't believe me. Don't just listen to someone and take everything for. Think about it. Take it in. Learn about it. Make your own opinion. Yeah. Yeah, there would be a bunch of other stuff too. Yeah, actually, my microwave died. I tried to microwave today something and it just broke down. I need a new one. A new old one. But maybe there's some stuff still to use from this one. Let's see. Thanks.